should be going. I'm just going to make sure that it's up. I'm hoping I'm not going to get more technical difficulties. I had all kinds of technical difficulties the last time I did this. All right, I see my lovely character right there. And there we go. All right. Here we are. Most of the jokes I do are mostly for my own benefit. That's
how it should be, really.
Yeah, so I'm just going to let you, like, whoever hears this, we're going to be talking about the best comedy sequel to a horror show since Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Gremlins 2, and Evil Dead 2. The wonderful thing. And
I might throw Critters 2 in there.
You know,
some Critters representation.
Okay. Okay. All right. I haven't seen any of those in a long time. But I think I can watch them on Tubi.
They're two good Critters movies. I won't go on a big thing about it.
You're
Critters 3 is bad and Critters 4 is awful.
Okay.
So it might be worth watching all of them.
Okay. Anyway, that I can only take so many alien tangents. We have important things to discuss.
Yeah, I'll limit myself to the one.
Important.
I mean, I say that, but
important things. So
world-shaking events.
I can't take any more history. I want the end of history right now because
Fukuyama, you lied.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about the debate. I don't know if we're going to talk about the entire time, but it is quite possible. So if you're hearing this in the present or future, look away if you don't want to hear about Donald Trump getting made fun of. I'm just saying.
And if you're in the far future, enjoy fighting for your life over drinkable water, or whatever it is that you're doing.
and hide your cats.
Hide your cats in your post-apocalyptic commune.
Oh God! So I don't know where to start. I want to share that I almost made a bingo card. I almost made my very own bingo card, and I didn't. And then it ended up coming to be like I didn't do this, but I made some mental notes. It went from a bingo card to like a checklist. I wanted to try to predict what Trump and Harris either said or did, and also what I thought the moderators were going to say or do or ask. And I got some of them right, but then there was like a category of there's no fucking way, or I really hope this happens / there's no fucking way happened. And
yeah, there's some real wild card stuff.
One of the things that I totally was like, I hope this comes up, but there's no way. There's just no way. And one of those was the story of the Venezuelan gang taking over Aurora, Colorado, and the unfortunate cat that was eaten by Haitians in Ohio. And Donald Trump, former president, leader of the free world, emperor of known space, referenced that with a straight fucking face, and he still may become president.
Yep.
So yes,
that's where we are.
So I find it is my duty to try to fight the bad information with good information. If anybody thinks that cats were eaten by Haitian migrants, they are an idiot, and they are listening to bad, dumb liars. Possibly paid by Russians. Possibly.
Yeah.
Or just dumb.
I mean, or both.
But definitely racist.
Yeah.
So that is my take. So, but I didn't want to title the stream like Haitians are ate my cat or something like that. So that's why I went with the Alf reference. I didn't want to I didn't want to do a racism.
Immigrants from Melmac coming to our planet, trying to eat our cats.
Eating our precious pussies. Oh God! All right, so hold on just a second. I'll buff us.
Oh, yeah.
And there we go. All right, go get him. Go get him, Tiger.
Oops.
So
Sloppy positionals.
I'm very curious if you have anything that you just want to share, or I'm assuming you watched it.
Yeah, not like in its entirety, but not like rapt attention, because I was looking at it on my phone while we were watching other stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I was keeping up with it, but not like rapt attention.
Okay.
But
I, on the other hand, I like to stare the devil directly in the eyes.
You have more courage than I do in that regard.
Directly. Jess watched it too.
That.
I'm surprised. And we were texting each other. I was downstairs on a treadmill, and Jess was watching it upstairs, and yeah, we were having a grand old time. Oh God.
It was a grand old time.
Yes. Is this the I think, my take, this is the beginning of the end for Donald Trump. No joke.
I want to say that, but by God, I've said that before.
Okay. I really...
Maybe this time it will be true. Anything's possible.
Because the old man is now on the other side of the debate stage.
Yeah, I was thinking, what was that quote? History repeats. First is tragedy, then is farce.
I'm right as soon as we started talking, internet, and High Squid, I was like, I know Brent is going to get the joke about the comedy horror sequel.
Yeah.
And I think that is a very accurate way of putting what the fuck happened last night.
Yeah, it was like the Gremlins 2 of Gremlins.
The same thing, only sillier.
Yeah. Sillier and more nonsensical.
Yes. It and I cannot stress how bad he came off. I don't think he came off as bad as Biden, because Biden, I feel there's this collective oh no, he can't be president, to oh no, this guy can't be president because people are tired of putting up with his shit.
Yeah. There were higher expectations for Biden, and that's something that Trump has always benefited from, low expectations.
Okay.
Which the media is very happy to indulge in.
Except for last night.
It seemed kind of unignorable. You didn't get any of that,
yes.
Well, he sounded presidential.
Or
at a point.
The moderators actually did their fucking job.
for once, and of course the online right is livid. The debate was rigged.
Oh yeah, like and threatening to like pull like whatever funding for ABC News. Are you over here? Oh, I've been held.
Yeah.
I have been held. I need to put my thing back on. Also, I want to say that I did not I loved Harris's performance, but I did not like any of her answers.
Right.
I didn't like it because I am not a liberal. I am to the left of the Democratic Party. I am here for harm reduction, boo fascism. But more on that, and I am curious your thoughts, Squid, on things. Oh dear God. Okay, I wish she would get out. He has no policy, only fear mongering. Yeah. Fear for your pets, fear for your job because of migrants, fear for your life because of migrants. Even though crime is down, fear for your economy. Yeah, it is the like his entire performance. All of his answers were just like 4chan rants. Like
yeah, like the kind of shit you see in green text on 4chan. Just somebody's unhinged ranting.
Like he's simultaneously like he was the president, but he's still trying to run as like an outside change agent.
Yeah.
Like still, and he is still just a brick through a window. That's all he is.
Yeah.
You're in here somewhere. Where you at?
I thought I just saw you.
Oh, there you are. All right. I'm gonna put this back on you. It is very difficult for me to keep up with the mess. Like it's just incredibly like difficult.
Yeah, it's kind of total chaos.
The best description of Kamala's VP Harris's debate performance was from Chris Hayes. He said that she would say she gave an alternative and then sprinkled debate or sprinkled things that would get under Trump's skin, and he took the bait every single time.
Yeah, every single time.
Every single
It's your classic Sun Tzu.
Yeah, she did her homework and she knew her enemy.
And he still thinks he's running against Biden.
He still
he can't recalibrate.
Like, come on, man. Like,
his brain is old and too full of holes.
And racism.
And racism that he just has not processed. That he is running against a totally different person. Not fully.
And one of the best, like, segues, like, opening, like, I am not Joe Biden. That she is part of an incumbent administration, and she's able to be like, you know, I'm the outsider because I'm not either of these people that everybody hates.
Yeah.
And also, thank you for the gifted sub, Squid. Thank you so much. Thank you for your generosity. And hello, new girl. We are doing villain stuff in the Richte War Zone. We are fighting this guy. My character's name is Malfazad. If you want to send me a tell, I will send you an invite. All right, there we are. On Excelsior.
How
yes.
am I going?
Yeah, because we're gonna fight a guy, and honestly, we might need some help. But her like she's able to do like Obama 2.0. Like hope and change, but with more policy, hopefully.
Ideally.
Or at least I'm not Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, like screaming and floating. Grats.
Nice.
Oh God, what else? Oh God, there is one. Oh, there was an own goal. He did the same fucking thing that Joe Biden did, only he like own goaled himself 3 times in a single like interaction. It was amazing. And oddly enough, it was on abortion.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, what did he simultaneously distanced himself from JD Vance. He brought up he brought up student loan debt and gridlock. Took credit for all of it. In the weakest area that he caused for the Republicans. It was fucking just it was amazing. It was amazing. Chef's kiss. Like and I don't know if I owe Techie $5 or not. Somebody in chat. Me and Jess brought this up like in a stream Sunday that it was like, I don't know if this can get worse, like referencing the debate. And I think Techie was like, oh, it can. I bet you $5. and I don't know, like, okay.
Prescient.
Yes. Here we go. Let me get, where's just invite to team? Invite to team. There we go. All right. Squid is coming.
I'm good.
Yes.
Always happy to see Squid here.
Yes. Welcome, Squid. We prefer to have some competence.
I didn't want to say so he'll carry me when I fuck up. I know my limitations.
All right, and ready to help. Okay, just send me a tell, new girl, and to Malfazad. Malfazad, not to be confused with Malfazoid.
A common mistake.
For whatever reason, like people in DDO could not say Malfazad.
No.
Oh dear.
Oh, here he is.
Oh dear.
Oops. Well, I just started swinging. That's how I live my life.
I'm sorry, his sword is way bigger.
Well, that's not fair.
Well, it's going.
No, it's all right.
It's going. We got a hype train going. Oh.
Well, there we go.
Oh dear God! There's a rickety bang bus behind us to go with the hype train. Oh God, they're here for our cats.
Hey guys.
Oh God. There's a lot here. There's a lot. I can't tell what's going on. It's just zombies versus aliens.
Proper alien melee.
Protect the cats. Oh, God.
Still up there?
Yes, he did. Hold on just a second. I think parenting needs to occur. Come in, daughter. Whichever you be. Hello. Yes, you can have the peppermint. I think, look, it's a peppermint. You're all right. Thank you. Go watch your YouTubes. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna Mal Fa Zod. There we go. It's a family name. Also, I got Brundlefly here. All right, what else? There we go. All right, I see you. Invite to team. You cannot invite an enemy. Oh, we're done here. Come to the Richte War Zone, and I'll get you on the team. You earned a hype chest? I don't even know what any of this shit is. Open your hype chest.
Sound like a hope chest?
I don't know. Am I getting bitcoins? Rewards, good share. Sure. All right. I got a little yippy dog on my emotes. There's a lot of noise involved with Twitch streaming. All right, I should be able to invite you now. I should be able to. I don't know. I get you. Invite to team. You might, okay, if you come to the Richte War Zone, because I'm assuming you're some form of either straight hero or a vigilante, and I am a villain, a complete villain, and be introduced to a new topic. Okay. All right, I got this guy who looks like he's in a Star Wars. All right, I'm gonna go talk to that guy and get missions. Okay. Invite you to team. There you go. Invite sent. All right, I'm gonna go talk to the dude in the place, and I do want to say that there was a point in time when Trump was losing so bad, and he started to get a little bit of what is it? A weirdness in how he was talking, just a little bit of a whistle, which made me think that like maybe we might have a denture malfunction.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, if his teeth fall out in the middle of this debate, my atheist ass will be a born again. Because I was just like, please have his teeth just fall out in the middle of this
act of God. Yeah.
Yes.
Indisputable act of God.
And I'd be like,
loving God.
Yes. Yep. Praise be.
Who could sit on the sidelines no longer.
Much like the great Taylor Swift. The prophecy is realized.
As a substitute. As a substitute for God and Taylor Swift. Will suffice.
Oh God. I fucking, oh God, it's great. Like, and And having Taylor Swift like endorse right after that debate performance, like that seems very timed, not, you know, in a conspiratorial way. I feel like it's timed in the sense that Taylor Swift is a $1 billion brand.
Yeah.
Like, she is big business.
Oh yeah.
She's big Muzak. She's big Elf. and I feel like that just goes with like, oh, the moderators are finally doing their job. They're finally doing their job. America is tired of dealing with his horse shit. And it's just, you know, ABC, you know, owned by Disney. Like, it's not conspiracy. It's just she made a case that she can do the business of the empire better, more competent.
Yeah.
And everybody just came to the same realization. You know, I'm pretty sure she's going to get a bump after this.
Like, tax cuts or no, you know.
Yeah. Just, yeah. I need to pull out another zombie. Also, got to wait for a skull bro. And hello, new girl. I need to do a thing here. All right. Oh god. But yeah, it was a fun time for all except for that one guy, and Fox News afterwards.
It's, you know, they're in pretty full meltdown.
Yeah. I think Jesse Waters was a little deep into to whatever.
And, you know, he looked into the abyss and it looked back.
I'm not sure what channel. There we go. Okay. Anyway, not sure. The chat. What you said in chat like took a minute to show up there. Anyway. I felt like that there was a non-0% chance that during the first break he just didn't come back.
Which also would have been very funny.
That would have been great. Like he just left. Because I'm pretty sure that he was losing and he knew it.
Yeah.
I particularly appreciated that instead of having Joe Biden stare, mouth agape into death's eyes, we got Harris just looking at him like, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
And there was stuff on TikTok where at one point in time she said, this former president, like she really wanted to just say, this motherfucker.
Motherfucker right here.
This guy, it was... Oh dang! I can do this. Here we go. I'll bring you back. I need to put my rune of protection on you. There we go. Oh my god. Will they just teleport behind us?
I don't appreciate that.
I don't like that. Do you think there's going to be another debate?
Yeah, you know, I don't think so.
Think that was it?
I think that was it.
Okay. I am looking forward for the VP. I'm looking forward to Walls and Vance. All right. I need to turn off.
Charisma black hole.
Yes.
That is JD Vance. Yeah.
It's just don't. That's what the JD stands for. Just don't. All right, is he in my mess? Okay, yeah, he's only the great big green alien. Coach versus couch. Nice. Nice. Maybe I'll make a bingo card for that. Like, is a coach comment gonna, or a couch love seat joke going to occur? We can hope. And is Eamon Animation going to, like, is this going to be his sequel to the End of Biden video?
Oh.
I'm like, because I feel like reality is helping him do this. It's like
definitely making it easy. Yeah.
Yes. There's a YouTuber, Eamon Animations, that does political satire videos, and it's a mix of horror and horror and comedy in video games, and I recommend the end of Biden, and I wonder if we're going to get the end of Trump. I don't know. I can only imagine what else is going to happen.
Yeah, we can only imagine.
Yes.
The experience of the last 7 or 8 years.
Like I do think I think one of the things that Harris said that I did agree with, and also I need to set the mission, that it's basically like he has nothing for you but anger and aggrievement.
Uh-huh.
Like, she didn't say it that way, but like it's basically like it's nothing but his ego. And I don't know how many people watched that debate last night, but I know it was more than, present company. And him just talking about, bullshit instead of like, rent or student loans. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. He did bring up student loans and how I didn't get my student debt relief because of him. And it's like, wow, Trump reminded me why I hate him.
It's like, oh yeah.
That's kind of, and that's amazing. Like anybody who knows, at a drop of a hat, I will bring up student debt on this stream. And it was like, 5 minutes of me not talking about it, and that guy brought it up. Come on.
It's because he's totally ensconced in that bubble where like 99% of the country agrees with him.
Did I res you? Where are you?
No, it's the hospital.
Oh, you went to the hospital? Oh, I can get you back pretty quick. I've actually got a lore power that can get you back. So
I should have been more patient.
Yes, you're going to accrue crippling amount of medical debt as somebody else. You want a piece of bread? Okay, a 5-year-old wants bread. Are you going to? Yeah, Daddy's streaming. Y'all going to come in here and beat on the walls? All right, here. Take this back.
Manly bread.
Yes. You better eat your bread, or some monster person is going to come steal it. Yeah, she knows that's BS. All right, I got the door. You go. All right. I need to resummon my zombies. Nobody talked about, like, zombies, or, I don't know. It's like they're just doing satanic panic. That's all that is. Like migrants eating cats.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all that same stuff, and it's all from the same basic playbook. Yeah, that really has its darkest, deepest roots in anti-Semitic propaganda.
Yeah.
Back in ye olden days.
Yeah, or just, drop a George Soros.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, recycled blood libel.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, it's that exact same kind of impulse, that exact same kind of deal.
Yeah, the
because it really is like they're killing our pets and eating our pets. That is like substitute for children.
Yes, because you've got to get particularly the white suburban lady vote, the lover of pets.
Yeah.
And now
they're eating babies. That's a pretty bold thing.
Yes. Oh God.
Sounds a little ridiculous.
Shredder voice. They're eating babies.
Babies.
Oh Christ.
Also, there'd be some evidence of it.
And the just matter-of-fact way that the ABC moderators are like, we talk to whatever I forget how they worded it, the city council, the city coordinator, and there's no reported anything about animals being killed or harmed, let alone fucking eaten.
What would they know? They only live there.
Oh God, like the Venezuelan gangs that took over that.
What just happened to me?
Oh God. Apparently you just got stepped on. Are you here?
Yeah.
No, you're elsewhere. Oh, you went off on your own. You did a solo adventure.
It's on me.
I'm saying, I get you. All right, I'm gonna do this because I've never done this before. Did that get you? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna rein myself in.
There you go. I'm gonna start talking to you like Jess. Hold my hand.
The bloodlust overcomes me, and I forget my limits.
The fury bar is real. I keep I'm gonna put this back on you. Rune of protection. I got rune of protection for you and Jess. There we go. All right, we got a laptop over here. It's just nothing but dolphin porn.
I was thinking about, do you remember, I'm pretty sure this was the 2012 debate, Obama and Romney, that kind of the big joke after that was that they were constantly just like, I agree with my opponent. I agree with my opponent.
That sounds really familiar.
Yeah, I feel like it was one of the 2012 debates where
that they just spent the entire time going high five or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah. And I mean, honestly, that is telling of Obama that's like right. they're just libs on both sides. They're just shades of lib.
Yeah.
That sounds really familiar.
Now,
yeah.
Romney's all but caucusing with Democrats at this point, so.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Why? All right. We've shit on Trump, and Trump has shit his pants enough. All right.
Literally and figuratively.
Literally and figuratively. All right.
Open up there on stage.
All right. I'm gonna take a swing at Mama. I hate the coupon tax creditization of like living in America, and it makes me think of fucking Amy Klobuchar, like the Gordian knot of we're not going to raise taxes on billionaires. We're just going to cut tax for the fabled mythical middle class. Like that's
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Even though, in order to do this stuff, money's got to come from somewhere. And like the whole like small business, like, oh my god, like I'm having flashbacks to the other like billion people on the 2020 Democratic primary. You had Bernie Sanders talking about, like, you know, healthcare is a human right, and Amy Klobuchar talking about, like, we'll cancel your student loans if you volunteer for 17 years, and like whatever. I'm paraphrasing and making fun of Amy Klobuchar. But, you know, like, I think Kamala Harris was like, if you went to a historically black college and are a small business owner and blah 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 blah, and if it's a day that starts with S, and it's just like, this is just overly complicated, just cancel the fucking shit.
Yeah. If you do a little dance that makes us laugh, we'll reduce the interest on your student loans.
I did that.
We'll have a TikTok contest.
Dance off.
If you can get the most likes.
Like and subscribe so I can cancel my student debt.
Then we'll not cancel it, but just reduce your interest on it, maybe.
We'll pause.
We don't want to go crazy.
We'll pause it.
We'll pause it.
Yeah.
We don't want to go crazy.
Yes. Oh God.
As a debt you incurred when you were 18, when you were considered not legally responsible enough to drink beer. It's definitely something that you should deal with for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
Only fair.
That's fair.
It's only fair.
Reduce interest to 30% to 29.9. You're welcome indeed.
Yeah.
Oh God. And it's like, so there's no taking into account, like, the shitty politics that led to Trump. We just got to get it turned back to the, you know, the good times during Obama.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if you...
Yeah, it's its own kind of conservatism, really.
Well, yeah, neoliberalism. Yeah, just the...
Yeah.
Just the kinder, gentler machine gun hand.
This is why even Dick Cheney is like, this is fine.
Oh my God, the, like, rattling off all the names. It's like...
And one of them's Dick fucking Cheney.
The Henry Kissinger of Iraq.
And I'm like, wait a minute, I fucking hate that guy.
He's still alive? Like, you're making me sad that he's still alive.
Yeah, how dare you remind me that Dick Cheney's still alive. And will never be punished for his horrible crimes.
Oh God. It's like
Kmart
maybe
Henry Kissinger.
Yes. Henry Kissinger. My magical murder bag. Fucking Dick Cheney. It's like the last time I saw, like, the picture that they had when he endorsed, like, he's lost weight, he looks younger. Like, it's like, goddamn, like,
Yeah.
like, he looks better.
Human sacrifice will do that. Make your deal with the dark forces.
No, he did. No, you're right. You're right. He shot somebody in the face. Yep. Yep.
And the guy apologized for it.
I'm sorry, my face got in the way of your butt shot.
Pretty much, yes. It was my fault.
My bad.
My bad.
Oops! Look what you made me do.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I tripped and fell on his bullet.
God damn. Fucking Dick Cheney. And she brought up John McCain just to fuck with him, and he totally took the bait. Like,
Yep.
Oh God, like everything was just, oh God. Fucking John McCain, like the sacred corpse of John McCain. We have to bring him out like it's the fucking West Wing. Which honestly, that was an episode of the West Wing. It really was.
Yeah.
Like she just fucking she schooled him, and it was glorious. And oh God. But anyway, I'm going back to like making fun of Trump, and he's gonna, I don't know, take away my Twitch streaming license when he gets back into power because I'm shit talking. But one of the things that I really didn't like was she brought out the deadliest weapons.
Yeah.
Again. It's okay. It's okay.
I always hit my little heal thingy too late in my OCD.
All right, I got you. These guys hit hard. The deadliest fucking.
Are you serious?
Wait a minute, are you over here? There you go. I got you. All right.
Some guy just ran up and just
stabbed you to death.
Just stabbed me from behind. Just wanted to slit my throat.
Do you even have a throat?
Apparently, I do. He did something to me. Found my weak spot. My big glowing red weak spot.
It's a Vanguard Wizard. Like I think you, like all of Kamala's answers were, we're gonna reduce the cost, not expand rights. And that's except for abortion. Like everything else is coupons and tax credits. Not to say that I am not I am very much in favor of the earned income tax credit, the child tax credit. I think they should just say actually I think they should say, what is it, oh God, what was that thing that Andrew Yang was always touting, and I can't think of the letters now?
Universal basic income.
Yeah, basically, yeah, the child tax credit was universal basic income for kids.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I like that would play better to America, but every media person would be like, what is this, price fixing or socialism or, you know, whatever. Like they'll just scaremonger it. It's like, oh no. We can't afford this $300 per kid, but you know, we got to send more bombs to Israel to blow up beaches with people. And where the fuck is this? There we go. All right, you got the person. Oh, Lady Gray. Okay, yeah. All right, I got you. And we'll try to move out of the way. So, actually, I don't have my shadow fall anymore. Maybe that's why I'm getting hit. I'm too stupid to play this game.
I know the feeling.
Or maybe I'm just too stupid to play this game and talk politics. The important walk down memory lane with Dick Cheney shooting people. You were shocked to find out Kamala was a devout Marxist. No, just her dad. Just her dad. Like he's a Marxist college professor, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're particularly on speaking terms, maybe, because his baby girl turned out to be a fucking lib.
I mean, if I had to guess.
I'm just saying.
No more disappointed dad than a Marxist dad.
Do you guys typically talk politics here? Yeah, like, honestly, City of Heroes is just a delivery mechanism for us talking politics in movies, honestly.
We talk movies.
Yeah, we talk movies. Okay, all right, yeah, Doomlace, hi, welcome. Yeah, I have tried to tag, stay-at-home dad, political discussion, comics, Kentucky Life, just, but also, yeah. And welcome. And thank you for contributing to the hunting accident discussion of Dick Cheney, America's best war criminal currently. Anyway, let me call a guy on the phone. It's like sometimes we talk about how Thor is woke.
True.
I do have to say that was one of my, like, I had probably the most fun on that discussion. Like, the whole, like, Thor is woke. I loved that. I'm so glad that guy left a shitty comment.
Yeah.
All right. Have we depleted the debate discussion?
I suppose. Yeah.
All right. Palate cleanser. Comics have never been political. Never.
No,
all right. Where are you at in X-Men? Come on.
Reading some great apolitical X-Men.
Share with the class.
In the 70s and the 80s. The last big thing that happened, I guess, is Fall of the Mutants.
Oh, you jumped.
So I've been a little bit of marathoning. I've been a little bit burned out, so I'm slowing down. Partly because I got to a point where I was like, shit, maybe I should read some of X Factor too.
Oh, you gotta make the rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I drew the line at reading New Mutants, but I'm kind of like, a lot of shit happens in New Mutants.
New Mutants is good.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe I should read New Mutants also.
Oh yeah, particularly like there's. I mean, at least look at the covers. They're works of art. Whoever was doing the covers for New Mutants,
It's true.
like
Yeah,
I don't know who did. I don't know who did that, but it was good. It was good stuff. New Mutants is pretty good, but it is, it's the kids, but it's some good stuff.
God, it's happening in like Power Pack.
Oh God, fucking Power Pack with the Mutant Massacre.
Yeah, there's parts of that happen in Power Pack.
Babies versus I'm sorry, not babies. Toddlers and elementary school kids versus Sabretooth.
Sabretooth and the Marauders.
Oh God.
We're just down there in the Morlock tunnels and murdering people.
Yeah. That's why I have a problem with Mr. Sinister being even remotely considered for anything. Like, hashtag not my X-Men. You'll get there eventually.
Okay.
I don't know the details because I haven't read X-Men in 10 years, well, 10 plus years, but anytime the X-Men come up now, I'm just like, I don't know why the Hellfire Gala. I don't understand. And I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum. It's just I don't get it. And I have a problem. I have a political disagreement with having a fucking Nazi eugenicist. Even with like the sheer amount of beef between like just Cyclops and Mr. Sinister, like,
yeah, how does that work exactly?
like holy shit.
What is like orchestrating his entire life?
Yeah. I mean, when you get into like Inferno and Madeline Pryor and like all of that, it's just like, you know, fuck this guy. Like, they had to turn Apocalypse into a kid and like reincarnate him to allow him to go to Xavier's school, and that's kind of interesting. Like, I didn't read it, but at least I'm like,
yeah, I know of that. Yeah.
I'm at least okay. Isn't X-Men a whole alternative allegory for the Holocaust? It's definitely in there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they'll just flat out say it.
Okay.
On more than one occasion.
Yeah, I mean, Days of Future Past is basically like Holocaust, Japanese internment, like what the American Empire did.
Yeah, it's doing a lot of parts.
Yeah, it's.
And I will say, as you get into the 80s, the X-Men do start to become more identified with marginalized groups.
Yes.
Just in general.
Yeah, the Claremont era.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, there's a point where they're living in San Francisco for a while.
Yes.
And it has a more pro-mutant environment.
Yeah. Also, yeah, that's post-Obama. Like, we fixed racism, so we gotta bring it to be a little bit more about like LGBTQ issues. Not to say that
there's a little bit of that in the 80s, because they go and they live in San Francisco.
Oh, they actually did that. I thought you were referencing.
Because I was like, doesn't this happen again later?
It does.
Like they base up in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're actually living in San Francisco, like right before Fall of the Mutants. Before they go to Dallas.
Okay.
And all the adversary happens.
Okay.
Like they're living there, and they talk about how it's friendlier to mutants in San Francisco.
Oh, okay, all right.
And there even is kind of a comment, and it's like, you may read a little too much into it, but I think at one point, maybe it was an X Factor where Gene says something about coming out as mutants, and I was just kind of like,
ooh, okay.
I wonder.
You're thinking too much into it. There's no politicalness there. That's
definitely no politics.
There's none, zero.
It is an apolitical comic.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's a point. I forget exactly what it is, because obviously I wrote a whole lot, but it's basically in the issue when. I think it's in 150 when Magneto gets his backstory as a Holocaust survivor.
And doesn't he steal Nazi gold?
There's the great flashback of how him and Professor X met.
And
they end up fighting Hydra, and they fight Baron Strucker.
Yes.
And he steals all their Nazi gold and buries Strucker under a mountain. And it's one of those moments where like Professor X is like, no, we can't stoop to their level. And I'm a little bit like, I don't know.
I think the Nazis do have it coming. I'm just saying.
Magneto seemed pretty based in that moment.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, you need to watch X-Men 97.
Yeah, I do.
It's like, if only for the second and third episodes.
Okay.
Like, the second episode is the best episode. It was so good.
I mean, I should do it just as a companion to my X-Men reading. So it can be like it's the 90s all over again.
Actually,
an X-Men cartoon on while I'm reading X-Men comics.
X-Men 97 episode 2 is basically The Trial of Magneto.
Oh, okay.
So issue 200. Am I right in that?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what happened in what issue necessarily, but that sounds about right.
New Girl, we watched, like our whole family, we watched the X-Men, the 90s cartoon, and as a family with our two daughters, and like it's the original cartoon is worth watching, but you don't have to watch 97, or excuse me, you don't have to watch the original, but it is a continuation of what happened in you might be a little lost, but they recap. I mean, and also, Brent, you've read comics, so
yeah,
like, but
I've known the gist of the story for a very long time.
But 97 is definitely geared towards. It's a grown-up version. It's more like the comic.
Okay.
Like there's swears, there's minor swears, there's drinking, there's sexual attraction between characters. Like it is. It was good, and we and both our daughters still enjoyed it. Like our oldest was very much into what was going on. Also, I feel like it was like, educational. It's like, yeah, all right. So you watched it all, Squid? Because there's stuff that happens in that, and it's like, I definitely don't want to spoil it. Like, particularly the second episode. That second episode that is apolitical as fuck. There is zero politics in that second episode. It's not ripped from the headlines at all. And I'm excited for the next season, even though their showrunner is different. Because the showrunner, I don't know his name, but a gay black dude, so he knew what was going on.
Makes sense.
He knew what Chris Claremont was laying down. He picked it up and ran with it. Like even the relationship between like the X-Men and the other parts of the Marvel universe, like I'm just going to say it. Rogue calls Captain America a cop, and it's awesome.
Where's the lie?
Yes, and then chucks his shield in the next fucking county. And it was fucking awesome.
Pretty good.
Yes. Because it's difficult to say you work for the government who does bad things, and then you have a group of people who routinely get attacked by the personification of the industrial military complex. Like routinely.
Yeah.
It's like some asshole rich person with like military contracts, has their 20-foot tall death robots show up. Or comic book Joe Biden is thinking about registering all the mutant Americans or whatever. And now that you've read this stuff, like as an adult, like who is Senator Kelly? Who's he supposed to be?
Oh, that's kind of a good question.
Is he a Kennedy or is he actually Joe Biden or is he both?
Probably really a little bit of both. Oh, shit, where the fuck am I?
Where the fuck am I? Because he's basically like a modern northern like conservative Democrat, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely the way he's portrayed. I guess he could be a moderate Republican, but
it is my understanding that they specifically said he is a Democrat.
Actually, I think that's true. Yeah. Because he is originally, like in Days of Future Past, like he is presented as more of a moderate voice.
Okay.
In the debate.
He could go either way, so to speak.
He could go either way. They're like he has valid concerns. Right. He's just asking questions. So to speak.
He's just ready for a rousing debate.
Yeah. But after that, it changes.
Okay.
And it becomes more of an anti-mutant hardliner.
When he almost gets killed by the hardest working terrorist mom.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Is there anything in the text? I know there is stuff. I know Chris Claremont wanted, I guess, Mystique to be intersex. I think is a more appropriate term for it.
I know that was his original intent.
Yeah, and to be mom and dad to Nightcrawler, like.
Yeah.
Because there was something like, there was a thought bubble in, I want to say, Days of Future Past. It was like, there was definitely a connection between Mystique and Nightcrawler.
Yeah, they've definitely floated that.
And then it was like 15 years later in the 90s where it was like, I'm terrorist, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay. But
yeah,
like,
they've hinted at it, but nothing's come of it yet.
Okay. Well, you're gonna be waiting. You're gonna be waiting until X-Men Unlimited number 2 or 3. Yep.
Is that? Yeah, that's when she becomes his mom. Right?
Like officially mom.
Right. But then later she becomes his dad. Right.
No. Oh God. His dad is a demon mutant from another dimension.
I thought. Did they not change that so that Destiny was his mother?
Okay, that might be the case. That
I'll have to look it up. I distinctly
you're gonna have to Wikipedia that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
because I feel like that was always his original idea.
Okay.
His original idea.
Okay. But
at some point they were finally like, yeah, that's true.
Okay. Yeah, Azazel. Yeah.
Yeah, Azazel.
Or, yeah.
For a while, it was his dad.
Okay. I hated that fucking story arc.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up because I think they retconned it.
Angel was like from the he was a descendant from like the Angel mutants, and it was a particular point in time where he had fucking magical blood as a secondary mutation. Yeah, that's yeah. Blah.
Okay.
Does Professor X shoot somebody in the face? Huh. Well, he does a mind bullet to the Shadow King. I don't know if he
uses his mind bullets.
Yeah. But the relationship between Destiny and Mystique there was an issue of Marvel fanfare where they really spelled that out. Okay, thanks for hanging out, new girl. Later. Like they were like, I can't remember. Like Fanfare was like some sort of like, I think, anthology series that was more maybe mature, and I think that's how they got past the comics code, where it was basically like Mystique as a man dancing with destiny, and it was basically like, I wish I could be myself whilst dancing. And like it was a long time like that Rogue was basically like, I had two mommies growing up. But like I didn't, like as a kid, I did not pick up on the relationship between Mystique and Destiny. I didn't. So I don't know if you've read anything in the canon, you know, where you're now an old man and can properly appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't think there's much. I don't think there's a lot in the '80s stuff that I'm reading. That gives me that vibe.
Yeah,
but it could be stuff that I'm missing.
Okay.
I mean, they do seem close.
Yeah. But
like kind of in the same way like Mystique and Rogue are close.
Yeah. The only, spoiler, Destiny dies. And she deals with her remains. And that's like one of the only things that, like, looking back, that's like, oh, you deal with that's a partner job. Not partner in crime, partner in life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, oh god, really? Okay. It looks like the Mystique Father Destiny Mother thing is like, that's like from like last year.
This retcon just in.
Yeah. Breaking retcon.
The Shady Rogues bullshit news pop reference. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Okay.
In '94 they reveal that he's her son.
Yeah.
And then in 2003,
yeah,
it was her and Azazel.
Okay.
And then in 2023, his parents are actually Mystique and Destiny.
As Chris Claremont fucking intended it.
It only took decades.
All right.
Oh, that's wild. All right.
The X-Men cured homophobia. I mean, representation matters. I joke, but it does matter, particularly in the X-Men. Honestly.
Yeah.
Because that's the melting pot.
These guys are gonna clobber me. Yeah, there's definitely a very strong multicultural emphasis on the X-Men. Like it's very much intent that they were meant to be like a global team in the Claremont era.
Hold that thought on North Star, because did you read the Asgardian Wars? It was like a two-parter.
No, but I probably should.
Okay. I remember that Rogue touched North Star, and he gets really fucking upset because she knows. And that was like, yeah. And I don't know how long it took. It was in the 90s that North Star came out as gay. Like,
Yeah, I remember that. So I remember knowing that in the 90s.
yeah,
But I guess he was the only
he was
out gay superhero.
he was it.
Like he was gay representation.
He was both the Canadian. He was the all gay Canadians. That was it.
Yeah. Doing double duty. Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm assuming that's a naked panel of the dude. Okay. All right. Of a dude coming out of North Star's shower. Okay. Which I have read some of Alpha Flight. Which honestly, that was John Burns. Yeah. Towel around his waist. Okay. That's interesting. Like some of Alpha Flight is actually kind of worth reading. I remember, like, kind of zany, like Excalibur. Like, I actually recommend Excalibur. Was kind of like just banana pants at particular points in time. I think he was trying to be a little Doctor Who-ish.
But I think I'm getting to the point when Shadowcat joins up with Excalibur.
Because you have injured people, injured X-Men due to the, like, mutant massacre.
Yeah, like Colossus is quadriplegic for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Shadowcat can't unphase.
Yeah.
And
Nightcrawler's in a coma. Okay. Guess all my health just disappeared.
Unfortunately, you are in a coma. There we go.
Spent a lot of time on face down on the ground.
That's okay. I got you back, bro. Back to back. Oh, I need to put this on you. There we go. This is why you're dying. You don't have my rune of protection.
To protect me from burst damage.
Yes. I guess I can bring some of this shit out too.
Oh, I do need to ask an important question because I just don't know, and I don't know what comic this is happening. But Professor X is out of the picture right now. People are talking about him like he's dead. And the last thing I saw, he went into space with Lalandra.
Okay.
And they were on the disabled Starjammer.
Okay.
Yeah. And it kind of left on a cliffhanger on that. I have not seen Professor X in X Factor or X-Men since. But
Okay.
I think Cyclops may have talked about him like he was dead. And I'm like, is he dead or is he just lost in space and they don't know? Because I don't remember.
Okay. What happened was he got jumped.
By some anti-mutant students.
He got hit in the head with a brick.
Yeah.
And okay, so you know that he's in a cloned body, yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
he's walk again.
Yes, so he's in a cloned body because they did a mind swap.
Because he got brutified.
Because he got brutified, and then he goes to space with Lalandra after Magneto becomes a gray hat / a light gray hat, and I think he went to hang out with Lalandra because I think they're not married. He's royal consort. Because they're imperialist racists. I'm gonna try to keep you from dying. There we go.
I hit my Ono in time.
Okay. What else? I think he didn't die.
Okay.
He just got. I think I think there was some sort of like psychic. Well, you know, he got hit in the head with a brick, so it fucked up his brain, and his psychic powers were his. You know, they live in his brain. I don't know.
His powers were already kind of wonky.
Okay, all right.
I forget exactly why.
Because the plot needed him off the board.
Yeah.
You know, same reason that Kitty Pryde, you know, can't phase real good now.
Yeah.
That her powers are pushed always on the on button.
And why Colossus is paralyzed.
Yeah, he'll get better. I mean,
he's already better, but it apparently happened in a comic that I haven't read.
I think it was in Thor.
Okay.
I think there was a tie-in with Thor.
Because he's just suddenly up and around, and I'm like, why wouldn't this happen?
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure it's the authentic experience of reading it back in the 80s.
Yeah, because
wait a minute.
Because the Marauders, like, just kind of beat the shit out of the X-Men, and, you know, when we're just killing people.
He got really fucked up, and Magneto tried to fix him.
That's right.
Powers.
Yeah.
And it saved his life, but
yeah,
he didn't do it quite right, I guess.
Well, I mean, he's not a doctor.
Right.
He's just a god. He's
not Master of Magnetism, MD.
That needs to be a character. There's your next character. Master,
like Magneto, I am a doctor.
Master of Magnetism, MD.
MD.
That's wonderful.
I did have a funny bit. He's like talking to some kids there in Scotland. And one of the kids, they're talking about the X-Men, and one of the kids is like, the X-Men aren't any good anymore. It's all just a bunch of girls. And I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Everything that has this has all happened before.
Yeah. It's just seeing the big wheel of time moving.
Yeah.
And you feel momentarily enlightened.
Yes.
Like, yes, I see. Time is a flat circle.
Also, I think Squid is asking you if you have money for goods and services for your character. Which.
Oh yeah, how much do I have? I think I've got like 200 million. You gave me, Nick.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to pass along the love.
Yeah, I mean, I really should spend some time to hash that out.
Okay.
I'm notoriously bad in games about. Not really digging into what you might call end game kind of stuff.
Okay.
I always just kind of half-ass it, and then I'm like, I guess I'll figure it out.
Okay, there's at some point in time, not necessarily now, but I would like to have a conversation about like the more confusing parts of City of Heroes.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about that, like the IO sets and stuff. I need to commit to stuff and not subject myself to decision paralysis.
Okay. Because I think the final boss of City of Heroes is confusion. Like, I think I love this game, but I think that everything about it is confusing. Like, everything is just text and text and text and drop downs, from badges to making your character to picking your powers to putting stuff in there. And
there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff, and I know some of that is because this is a game from another era, and some of that is also like games that go on for a sufficient amount of time will just start getting bigger and almost like crushed under their own weight. Like it's just so big.
Yeah, things keep getting added on, subsystems.
Yes.
There's definitely a point, in most games like this when the game's like, okay, you've been playing the game, but now it's time to play the game. Right?
Yeah. All right, all right. I got Malphazad done. I think. I don't know, but I didn't realize, or like I guess like Jess didn't realize, and we actually just looked it up that and according to the Reddit and the Wikipedia and some other people, don't use enhancement catalysts, which I don't know if I've gone over with enhancement catalysts with you, Brent, like on specifically purple things, purple very rare IO sets, except for there's a winter set. Like, you can turn that into a superior set, but like some of your powers will have these things called level boosts, and then some of them will have the enhancement catalysts, which they're all like it's all of these different kinds of salvages. And I honestly, until me and Jess sat down on Saturday to look this up, like I didn't know what the right answer was, because you will see that people use enhancement catalysts on purples all the time. Okay, reward merits is a great way to buy the winter set. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I don't have anybody with that on, but I'm sure that is expensive as fuck to buy it outright. But like, manage. Like, it is my like if you have a yellow or orange, you can use it. You can use an enhancement catalyst on it, and then that enhancement will always be at your level. It attunes it, but purples are always.
You're telling me that.
Yeah, but purples are always at level 50. So if you attune that, it's still at just level 50. The game will let you do that.
You shouldn't do it.
Which, even though you shouldn't do it, and even like we learned that there are PvP sets that you kind of brick if you attune them.
Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. So and also anybody stop me if I'm saying something wrong, because please, because I want to fight bad information with good information. So yeah, it's like the purples. You can do these things. What is it? Is a level boost, and if you like, I'm showing on the screen that you can do like a 50. You can keep adding. You can keep adding to 50 until you get 50 plus 5, and those are expensive. But if it's the stuff that does a particular thing in the set, I guess you can't do anything with them. So, Hi, Harbinger of Fire. Hi, I'm trying to act smart on a video game. I know stuff about this game too. All right, where's? But like, this game is just so big. Like even like looking at like badges, it's like there's just so much. I wish there was a search feature on badges. And like, I realize that this is a labor of love, and everybody is working on this game for fucking free and keeping it alive. And I think this is one game that quite accurately does have a community, so to speak. Like, I don't think that's like a bullshit term when it comes to this. Like, it's an actual community. So people keeping it alive. But at the same time, like, sometimes I feel like I know enough about the game. I got to get another contact I know enough to just be dangerous. Like, Jess didn't know about the attuned thing, so she attuned like her purples, and she didn't realize that was, you know, technically a mistake.
It's a trap.
Yeah. Like she, because if you if you add a level boost, it makes the percentages better. Like, instead of something like at 42%, you can get it up to like 60% or something like that. If you do it, like, you get like an extra 3% on whatever the fuck it does, each one you put into it. You know, I'm not being, you know, my math is not perfect on that, but but that's the gist.
Yeah.
Correct, you never want to attune a purple anyway. Except for the winter set, is my understanding. You can get superior versions of that, just like the archetype sets. But on the auction, you can find attuned purples. Okay, boosting is for people who don't want to malefactor down to lower levels. People do that. Will attune their builds. Okay, I mean, my purples I've got like boosted, and the other stuff is just attuned because I want versatility. I don't know if that's the wrong or right thing to do. I mean, for the most part, I don't think people can like brick their shit. For the most part, that is something I really do like about this game. There is quite a bit of versatility, and it's not always like not always a numbers game. I mean, the tuning is to make it where you can retain sets, at lower levels. And I feel like all of this is just blah blah Fido to a degree. Like, I feel like that this... You're also correct about, okay, that and the other thing, setting and tuning will make them purple. Yeah, okay. The superior version. How far are you from 50, Brent? Like, you got to be really close.
Yeah, I'm really close.
Okay. And
I need like a bar and a half, I guess.
Oh, okay. You want to try to hit 50?
I don't see why not.
Okay. And
let's get it done.
Let's let this indeed get her done. I feel like that this game can be intimidating. Like, I think the character creation is something that could entice new blood to the game. But I feel like the fiddly bits could be really, really like scary to people who don't know what a proc is.
Oh yeah, it's very jargony.
Like, it's very jargony
in a bit of an old school kind of way.
Yeah, which is fine, but like, I have no idea how to explain this to my oldest daughter, who is, played this. Like, I would like to play as a family more. We've done it. We've all got our goblin characters. We made our goblin stalker family. But like, figuring out how to explain enhancements to her, Like I'm just gonna have to do it for her. So, because I mean, like other games are just, I feel like easier to understand. Like I have a sword, it's made of a different metal, it does more damage. Or or this armor has better numbers because it's made from a different thing, or it's magic or whatever. Okay, you hear? Okay, I'll get some other stuff out. Because I don't know if because I know coming back to this game after it died and came back, it got better.
Only mostly dead.
that it's kind of like the game is really big. Like it does feel like, okay, this is a section of a city. And it can be intimidating, like, where am I?
Yeah.
And like you have like the hero side is just hellaciously big. Like all kinds of zones that I feel like the developers knew they had too many zones, because when they made City Heroes, it was much more, it was a tighter, like they only had like 5 zones, and they were like, it was just tighter. And the same thing with like Pretoria. I mean, that's set up. I forgot that there was like you have like underground zones and overground zones for each zone. Like, which I don't know if you ever went to Pretoria or not.
I have before.
Yeah, I'm going there now to get like badges so I can teleport there and everything. And also I'm doing badge hunting with Malphazad and Lutz. Which, that's another thing. It's like, I mean, you really got to hit the Wikipedia to understand like where all this shit is. And I don't know how you integrate that into a game, which they do. If you go to a zone and you stumble into an exploration badge, you will actually get a tip for exploration badges in that zone. And I think that is like a really good way to like have that at like an in-game answer for not having like the Wikipedia open on a second monitor.
Yeah.
Like, because like I feel like a game should be contained into a game.
I agree with that.
But at the same time, it's a little bit of an older school of, well, this game has secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta crack open the game, the Nintendo Power, to find the secrets.
Yeah, it's like there's the game and then there's the game within the game.
Yeah, there's so many, like there's a lot of layers to this game. And like there is some helpful information, like there's the incarnate system. Before I forget to tell you this, only do threads, don't do shards. Don't make anything with shards, or because basically there's 2 parallel systems for doing your incarnate stuff. And one of them is the right way and one of them is the wrong way, but they'll totally let you do it.
They'll let you do it the wrong way.
They will let you do it the wrong way. And I have all of my incarnate powers done with Malphazad, and I still have to look up what am I supposed to do with this notice of the well. Because you have a bunch of tabs you have to pull down. Because this is an early 2000s game.
Yeah.
So it's a little daunting, and it's like, this is, you know, I don't want to make anybody mad. Like, this is coming from a point of, like, you know, I don't want this to be, I don't want this to scare new blood away from the game. Like, I do think there is an accessibility issue with the game, and I don't know how to, like, alleviate that.
Yeah, without doing kind of a major overhaul.
For something that is clearly a labor of love.
Right.
Ain't
And,
nobody.
I think part of the intent is to preserve it in its mostly original form.
Yes.
Anything is admirable.
Yes. So whoever keeps the lights on this, you know, well done. And whoever snuck out the data deserves a Nobel Prize
They did great work.
for game preservation.
Oh yeah. Which is just becomes more and more of an issue.
Yeah, because something can just go away.
Yep. Just blip. Like Sony just released a game Concord, that flopped, and they're already just scrubbing it.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of, like, I'm curious, like, I
Was it like a team hero shooter? Maybe something like that. I honestly don't know. I don't know if a lot of people do know, because I don't think a lot of people played it.
okay, because there's a lot of games out there.
Yeah, there are a lot of games out there. And yeah, they just didn't make a big splash. They kind of released it unceremoniously, without a lot of build-up.
So they probably were going to just eat it anyway. They figured it was probably like a sunk cost anyway.
Yeah, maybe just see if it catches on with an audience.
Yeah.
That's the deal with the live service games now. It's like they need to immediately make the stock price go up.
Number don't go up,
or
it gets
or
dumped.
they're getting deleted.
Yeah, that's
Or
unfortunate.
deleting the game. Especially with the AAA publishers.
Yeah.
Ironically, smaller publishers have an easier time, like, reconfiguring a game.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe at a rocky launch. Because again, they've got more eggs in that basket. But Sony can just be like, doesn't make any money. Deleted.
That's...
Removed from your account. It's gone.
God, that's
We'll
so
give you your
horrible.
money back, but it's just gone. Yeah, it's really wild.
I mean, like, City of Heroes going away was part of the Shady Rogues origin story.
Yeah.
Like us playing DDO and, like, trying to go through all of Dungeons and Dragons online, like, as a team was I saw it as, well, we're at least documenting the game because it could go away at any moment.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad that DDO is still going on. I'm glad. I ain't gonna play it again because goddamn, that's confusing.
Yeah, for real.
Oh God.
But it had its lease on life.
Yeah.
It had its second restoration.
Yeah.
And had a little bit of another wave during the pandemic when they gave everything away for free.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They made a lot of good decisions, I think, with DDO, but
like,
it's also a game that it shows its age.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, it's like every criticism that I'm laying on City of Heroes is that much and more with DDO.
Yeah. Because they just keep layering systems on top of the game.
Yeah, just oh God. Like, all the different, like, currencies and crafting systems and it's just like, if a game gets old enough and big enough, does it all look like it's just made in Minecraft? Like
They just become, yeah.
Like we had to build
This tower
another.
of blocks.
we had to put this other tower of blocks that's running parallel with this tower, and there's just like this little bridge connecting them.
Yeah, and you get so many like dependencies that you can't really change a whole lot.
Because then you break the game. Like it's
Yeah, you break the game. So you're just kind of locked in.
spaghetti code. Okay, yeah.
Because, if you're lucky enough to have the same team working on it for its whole lifespan, but probably not. You get new people coming in and they don't know what's going on deep in the guts of the code. Nobody knows.
That's actually something like with the Marvel Puzzle Quest. Like, it's going to turn 11 soon, and me and Jeff have been playing this game since we've been parents. And the developers, they have changed hands a couple of times, and they've talked about, like, they've been very, very open with, like, we'd really like to do more with the game, but this is going to be like a bigger undertaking, like we got to get in the guts and perform dark magics.
There's a point when you're like having to rebuild the house.
I think they're really trying to like rebuild the game, and it does sound like a beast. I hope they do it, because that is, again, a game that's been around for a long time, and there is some complicated shit in there that, there's so many characters that I forget they're in there, honestly.
I know that's a problem that Final Fantasy XIV has.
Okay.
Because it still has a lot of code that it's dependent on from its kind of disastrous first version that they just can't do anything about, because the game's dependent on it. So there's some things that they'd like to fix and they'd like to change, but just can't. Even though in that case it is Square Enix's cash cow right now, so you'd think they could throw some money at it, but
okay,
they need it to make money, not cost money.
This is a number generating.
Yeah. I'll level up. There we go.
Oh, welcome to the big leagues. They can't change the cut scenes from Praetorium.
Oh yeah, in Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Really long cutscenes that. Yeah.
I have a question. Do you, Brent and Squid, do you recommend this game to like me and Jess? I am curious, because I didn't realize that Final Fantasy XIV was like really a thing, and like I know both of you play this game. I'm like, what's the sales pitch? Sell it to me, or it's just like, oh no, you'll hate this game. I'm curious.
Yeah, it kind of depends. I mean, it's very much like an MMO's MMO. There's really no such thing as a build. Like, you pick your class, there's best in slot equipment for it. Every class has its optimal rotation.
Okay.
So it's very much in that vein of an MMO, where you're kind of just leveling up your character and getting to the point where you're doing some optimizations that are more or less preset. Like, you'll get the same abilities at every level. There aren't really a lot of choices to make in leveling up. And it is a very, very, very story-focused game.
Okay.
It's very much about its story.
Is that similar to like the Old Republic, kind of like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, similar to. Yeah, it's very focused on that. So yeah, there are a lot of cutscenes you have to watch. That's one of the problems with Praetorium, is it's like your big level 50 dungeon thing you have to do, and there's a lot of cutscenes in it, a lot of story stuff. And people would want to they'd want to just jump in through Party Finder and knock it out, for the experience and the rewards or whatever. But there'd be people who'd be doing it for the first time because it's mandatory to progress the story, and they would want to watch the cutscenes. So yeah, you'd run into this thing where you'd go into it for the first time, and other people are just powering through, skipping the cutscenes.
That shit would happen in the Old Republic. Like you get people like speed running essentially, and I mean you get speed runs in City of Heroes also, like a speedy task force, which Jess hates, but like and do you get that phenomenon where you basically have perfectly silent people just going through a mission because they know where to jump, they know where to ride their horses to take the least amount of time possible to get through the story?
Oh yeah, and I mean especially if you're doing with randos, because you need to have a party of 4.
Okay.
To do a dungeon. That's not so much a thing now because you can solo most of the game now because they've done it so that you can do pretty much all of the dungeons with little AI teammates.
Okay, like hirelings from DDO.
Basically, yeah, you'll have some characters you can pick from or some that'll be mandatory for.
Are they better than the DDO ones?
They are. I mean, they get the job done.
Okay, all right.
That way. They'll get the job done. They're not amazing, but they're way better than the DDO ones.
Oh my god. Oh god.
But yeah, when you play with randos, you'll get the people who, if someone's a tank, they just run in, they draw aggro on everybody, wall to wall, as they call it. They'll get aggro on every enemy up to the point where there are no more enemies left and just stack them all up.
Okay.
So that everyone can burn them down, and that's like your optimal run through the dungeon play. But if you're just doing it for the first time and you're kind of a casual player, it can be like, what the fuck do I do?
Okay, yeah.
But if you're doing that with AI people, you can take as long as you want. So that's fine. Like the raids, and there are a couple that are mandatory, like big boss fights. You'll do those with, 7 other players.
Okay.
And you'll pretty much have to use randos for that. But, in a lot of cases, even if you're not really sure what you're doing, like the other people will probably just carry you because they've done it a million times and they know the mechanics.
Yeah.
And it is, like your boss fights are very much mechanic focused, very much like ground indicators.
Okay, all right. This ground gets shot, this ground be on fire, don't stand on this part of the ground, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, stand in the right place. Here's a marker that means you need to stack up. Here's a marker that means you need to spread out. That sort of thing. And you need to know those. But again, when you're doing raid stuff, you can just kind of... Yeah, and like Squid just said, he said 2 things. He said the story is the best he's ever played. And the story is really good. Like, they put a lot of time into thinking about the narrative.
Okay. Having played Star Wars The Old Republic, which one has the better story? You must pick one. Go.
Oh man, that's a good question, because I know there's a lot of new stuff in Old Republic I haven't played.
Okay. I know it's not going to be the Inquisitor storyline, because, but
right.
But the Imperial Agent.
The Imperial Agent storyline, he's good.
Yes, the best Star Wars I've ever encountered. Really.
I don't know. It's probably on par with it.
Okay.
I would say. I think they do a really good job, especially. Yeah, they had their big expansion, Shadowbringer. That was really, really well done.
Okay.
That was a couple of expansions ago now.
Okay.
They also said, the community is very accepting of noobs. That's very true. It has a really good community.
Ooh, that's important, because Star Wars had some fashy types in there that...
Yes. So yeah, like you said, if you get into a dungeon, you tell people, hey, this is my first time. Please don't pull wall to wall.
Okay.
The vast majority of people will be fine walking you through your first dungeon.
Okay, that's good, because like I do feel like that City of Heroes is the most pickup group friendliest game that I have ever encountered.
Yeah, it's really good about that.
Like it is like in terms of like game design, I feel like the worst is DDO. Like in terms of like being around the same level, having, you know, you must have this composition of team because there's traps. You know, you're gonna get squished. You know, I mean, certain spells won't work on certain enemies. You know, because it's based on pen and paper. And yeah, and
it has a lot of those quirks to it.
Yeah, like your healing spells don't work on the robot people as well, and you have to have a damage spell if you're your wizard is a lich and that kind of stuff. It's just, you know, all of this stuff. But yeah, I am curious. But at the same,
it's a good game. I've played a lot of it.
Yeah.
But it is a subscription MMO.
Is there any free-ish?
Actually, yes. You can play through like the first 2, maybe 3 expansions for free now, I think. So you can actually play a significant chunk of the game for free now.
That's cool.
Yeah, they've done a really good job at keeping that game going.
That's okay. That's good. I found a clue.
It's something they definitely very much care about and want it to be good.
That's good.
Even if Square Enix just wants it to make money.
It does not have to be good to make money.
Okay, all the way through Stormblood now. Okay, so that's... yeah.
Okay.
That's basically, at this point, like halfway through.
I do have to say that, like, the Old Republic has the shittiest free-to-play elements.
What's the worst?
Like it takes away hot bars. It takes away hot bars, right? And like...
yeah, there were, like, limited hot bars. There was, like, a cap on the quality of the gear that you could use.
I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's a bad.
And stuff like chat limitations, which you have Final Fantasy XIV has, and that's just to cut back on your gold farmers and your spammers. That's just a necessary evil.
And your racists maybe a little bit too.
Maybe a little bit.
Because I do like Final Fantasy, and where we got the Raspberry Pi, I don't know if I mentioned that I have started Chrono Trigger.
Oh yeah.
And it's been, I don't think I've picked it up in about a month, but I'm a few hours into Chrono Trigger, and I'd like to play through Chrono Trigger, and like periodically, like Jess will watch, because it looks like Stardew Valley, like like there's a little bit of a this is what Stardew Valley was pulling from, that kind of stuff.
Back when games just looked like that.
Yeah, that's just how they look. Yeah. This is what a game looks like.
Before there was a name, pixel art.
Yeah, and I've thought about doing Final Fantasy 3 with Jess, because it does have like multiplayer components to it. Because because I mean, that's how like me and Rick originally like played that game together, and like I think a turn-based would be, you know, good for her. So, you know,
yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, like one of these days, you know, I got
Secret of Mana is another one that you can co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting clicky?
Well, I thought I was.
Okay. It's because you were on fire, like actually on fire, taking damage. Not your head is on fire.
My head's always on fire.
Yeah, but you're not taking damage.
For an exception. I should be immune to fire damage.
Oh, God. All right, this will be the last game of the stream.
Last game of my life because I died. It's very appropriate.
All right, well, you'll get better here in just a minute.
I'll just lie there.
Oh,
okay.
I can fix you.
So I need a necromancer around for.
Yeah, that's right. Because I will forget to bring this up in the future, and I desperately have a movie related question. Find the mission exit. Do we got to go outside and go through a glowy or something?
Oh.
I want to change topics completely because I have a question I want to ask you, Brent, and it is related to the awesome movie Death Race 2000. The brilliant movie, which I have recently rewatched on Tubi, and I very much recommend
Another gift from the late Roger Corman.
Yes, a gift. And there are it is silly as shit, but there is like some biting satire and commentary in it.
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
And my question is, because there are elements of this movie that I think it's like, okay, there's some Vietnam in here, because it's a movie from the 70s, and every movie in the 70s is about Vietnam. Also, where's the goddamn exit?
Squid found it.
Is it on the... All right, go to Squid. Oh, God. Squid's going to start saying, hold my hand. But,
it's my rule. I look where Squid's going and I go there.
We got a lot of splinting plates over here. All right. But, like, they make the fictional dystopian of the year 2000, they've got, like, disproportionate beef with the French.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I only know about the bullshit beef during the Bush administration, during the early 2000s. Like...
Okay. Yeah, so you want to know what's the problem with the French?
Yes.
In that period. Okay.
Well, one thing, like, if you want to do, like, one of these days we'll do a stream for, like, badge hunting. Because I got to get
okay.
Yeah, like, anytime... Like, one of these we'll do badge hunting. Explore it. Because it's... I think that's valuable. But, like, what the fuck were we mad at the French about in the 70s?
The French basically took this position, because just like England, they didn't react super well to their empire collapsing.
I mean,
not having it anymore.
I mean, I get that.
So it's kind of like France is like, well, what is our role in the world, right?
Yeah.
And England was like, our role in the world is we are America's best friend.
Okay,
even though that wasn't really reciprocated. We were their best friend, but they weren't our best friend. Right?
Okay, that's sad.
America is America's best friend.
We are best. I mean...
because we are the best.
Yes.
England can come along for the ride.
Okay.
For reasons of nostalgia. But France decided that they were not going to play it that way. That they weren't going to side with anybody in the Cold War, and they were going to do what was best for France.
I mean, right? I get that. I mean...
Yeah, and if that meant buddying up with the Soviet Union on some things, then they were going to do it. Right? That basically they were going to reject everybody's imperialist game and play their own, even though they weren't really in that position anymore, but they were going to stick with it. That, and I think probably just generally being more left-leaning.
Okay.
At the time, having a much more active communist party.
Hmm.
That America was never happy with, but the French were like, it's fine. We're going to have one. You can deal with it.
Yeah. Does it have anything to do with it because, like specifically, like, France was in Vietnam before America was in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Like, is there any, like, I assume there's beef about that.
Yeah, because I know there's some people that think it was America getting involved in France's mess.
Okay.
And of course, then France bailed on. I mean, yeah, I don't know if that's a terribly fair reading, because France at one point was just like, this isn't worth it, and we're leaving. And then we jumped in and we're like, oh no, you can't just abandon Vietnam to communism.
We're going to show you how it's done.
We're going to show you how it's done.
Okay.
And then that went the way that it went. So yeah, there was probably some resentment.
Okay.
That France got us involved.
Okay. Because there is like I didn't realize that David Carradine could do comedy, and there is some like deadpan comedy in Death Race. I almost want to watch it again and make Jess watch it, because I think there's definitely like a value in it. And there's like some like weird shit, like this resistant group attacks, and it's like they blame everything on France.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit!
Trying to sabotage Death Race, right?
Yeah. They're trying to
blame it on the French.
Yeah, they just blame it on there's like the resistance have a plane, and then they just say they got attacked by the French Air Force. Like it's absolutely bananas. And David Carradine, like at this dinner, is like, I don't want to alarm you, but there's a creme brulee on your plate. And it's like just fucking hilarious, like so fucking deadpan. And it helps he's wearing a mask too, but still. Like, it's more about, like, I guess, voice work or whatever. But anyway.
And from the perspective of the future, can't help but think about, like, freedom fries.
Exactly. Like, this is like this movie is timeless because the same assholes are in charge.
Yeah. Again, time is a flat circle.
It is, and it's like because young man Dick Cheney is bringing up the whatever unitary executive theory to like Nixon and shit. Oh God. Anyway, on that note, I want to thank everybody for a great stream. This was very fun. Thank you all for hanging out and making fun of monster people. And thank you, Squid, for your generosity. And remember, get those kitty cats indoors. You don't know what's going to happen.
Watch your pets.
Actually, mostly nothing. Like they're
mostly nothing.
Mostly nothing, unless they are, cats are jerks. They'll be back. Anyway.
Yeah, they'll get in their own trouble.
All right, where's the button? Oh God, I got to figure this out. All right, there's the button. All right, bye everybody.